Welcome to Explain America. I'm your host, Kyle Becker. She thought she was pretty slick up there in Boston. Mayor Wu issuing threats to the Trump administration, vowing to maintain her sanctuary city status and to let lawbreakers reside in the city of Boston without any consequences and no cooperation with ICE. Well, ICE has something to say about this, and I don't think Mayor Wu is going to like it. But before we get into that, please like, share, comment, Explain America. Join us. We appreciate your support for common sense journalism. Now, Boston Mayor Wu, she is Chinese heritage, you might have been able to tell. And she has been saying a lot of things that is very controversial towards foreigners and people who don't have any legal right to be in the country. And that's the crux of the issue. She's promising to maintain the city's sanctuary status in the face of the Trump administration's crackdown on illegal immigration. However, she's going to get more than she bargained for because the ICE director is vowing to flood her city with immigration agents to track down officials. Specifically, acting Immigration and Customs Enforcement Director Todd Lyons said this week that federal immigration agents will dramatically expand their presence in Boston. Well, this comes on the heel of Mayor Wu going out in public and making some very bizarre statements that, well, they're just classic gaslighting. And this is what the Democrats are all about right now. Let's take a little look at what she had to say.
We're here again today because last week, Boston received a letter from the Attorney General of the United States on official letterhead from the federal government threatening to prosecute city officials and withhold federal funds unless we cooperate with carrying out mass deportations. At a time when this federal administration is already causing so much fear and harm in our communities, these threats are serious and consequential. But our same communities have told me loud and clear that silence in the face of oppression is not an option. The U.S. Attorney General asked for a response by today. So here it is. Here is our response. Stop attacking our cities to hide your administration's failures. Unlike the Trump administration, Boston follows the law. And Boston will not back down from who we are and what we stand for.
Now, you want to talk about defiant. This Boston mayor thinks she's above the law and that she has the legal right to authorize law breaking in this country. Well, we have news for you. You are aiding and abetting illegal immigration, which is a violation of federal law. I mean, specifically, U.S. statute. You can look it up. It is against the law. So all of these law-breaking mayors, they're not sanctuary city mayors, they're lawbreaker mayors, need to be held accountable. So I think just flooding her city with ICE agents, that's being nice. That is being very nice. And we keep hearing about how Trump is a dictator, but if Trump was even a benevolent dictator, he would have these mayors arrested because they are breaking the law. That's not my opinion. It's in the books. It's a U.S. statute. You cannot harbor illegal aliens, and you read the statute, it's broad enough to cover what these mayors are doing. So they're essentially daring Trump to enforce the law in their cities. It's really quite shocking that they've been able to get away with it for this long because the mayors are supposed to be there to serve the American people and to enforce the law. And they think that they're above it because, well, they simply want political power. Because the more foreigners they have, the higher the census data, the more funding they get, and the more representation they get in Congress. And this game, let's just say the jig is up. We know what you're doing. It's against the law. It's time for the law to be enforced. Get over it. Okay, Mayor Wu. Okay, other mayors. Get over it. You don't have the right to break the law. So this has been Kyle Becker with Explain America. Please weigh in with your thoughts about this. What do you think is going to happen in Boston? It will be something to keep an eye on, right?